Hi, I'm John Reeves. I'm the principal at STMA High School. On behalf of our entire staff, we'd like to extend a welcome to all of our students and families here to STMA High School. We know that this school year is going to look unlike any other year that we've ever had before. But I think it's important that we communicate with our families that we as a school are committed to providing an abundance of opportunities for our students, and we want to promote positive connections with teachers and staff. Even though there are guidelines that we have to follow put out by the Department of Health and the Department of Education, we will provide a safe and secure learning environment for all students. We know that this is going to take all of us. We are in this together. It takes all stakeholders, our students, our parents, and our staff to make this current situation work. And open communication will be vital to your students' success. Please familiarize yourself with ParentVue and Google Classroom, as our students will be using those tools on a daily basis. We know that the student, parent, and school partnership here at STMA is strong, and we will continue with that tradition.
Hi, I'm Tisha Lennefelser, school nurse. The health assistant for the building is Sue Fox, and I'm going to share some simple tips on how we can stay healthy this school year. Students, please monitor your health daily. If you're not feeling well, please stay home when you are sick. Parents, you might be wondering, can your child go to school? We are following the Minnesota Department of Health guidelines. The following are: if your child has a fever greater than 100.4, new onset cough, difficulty breathing, new loss of taste or smell, or any of the two less common symptoms, which include sore throat, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, chills, muscle pain, excessive fatigue, severe headache, or new onset nasal congestion or runny nose. Your child needs to stay home, and you are advised to call your healthcare provider. If your child receives a negative or alternative diagnosis, he or she can return 24 hours after symptoms have improved and fever-free. If your child does not seek evaluation or test positive for COVID, your child needs to stay home for 10 days from the time symptoms started and be fever-free for 24 hours. Siblings must stay home for 14 days. If your child may have been in contact with an individual who tested positive for COVID, please contact your healthcare provider.
Hi, my name is Jolene Herfel, and I'm one of the assistant principals here at the high school. At the high school, we have Mr. Reeves, our head principal, and then we have 3 assistant principals, myself, Mr. Ed Cox, and Miss Jamie Wheeler, which we will meet here in just a little bit. At the high school, we split up our families by last name as far as which administrator works with them. I work with students with the last names A through G. Mr. Cox works with the students' last names H through O, and Miss Wiedla has the opportunity to work with students with the last names P through Z. One of the things that your students will receive at the high school is the STMA High School Student Handbook. This is an excellent resource that has all of our policies and expectations in the handbook. A couple things that we do want to draw your attention to with that handbook is some things did need to change because the book had went to print last spring, and with all of the new pieces that are coming on with how we're starting the school year, you may see some changes that we want to highlight here so you are all familiar with those changes. First of all, your students will be receiving a handbook when on their first day in school, and those of you that have chosen full distance learning, you'll receive a handbook with your materials when you receive and pick up your materials on orientation night. One key thing that we do want to highlight is our daily schedule. This year, we are starting school at 9:30 and going until 3:20. We are allowing an extra hour in the morning for our teachers to be able to reach out to students and answer questions virtually and that type of thing and prepare for the school day. Along with that, students will not be allowed in the building until 9:15 in the morning. So our bus company has worked with us to arrange that buses will not arrive until after 9:15. And then those of you that are driving or having your children driven to school, please be mindful that we are not allowing students in the building until 9:15. Once students arrive, they will go directly to the first floor class. A large piece of this is also to ensure that we're not having large groups of students congregating in the hallways for a long time prior to the start of the first floor. We do have 5 classes per period or per day here at the high school, which I know is different than the middle schools. So please be aware of that. Your son or daughter will attend 5 classes per day. On Wednesdays, they will also receive lessons and are expected to be working on classwork during those Wednesdays. One additional piece, however, on Wednesdays, which is a virtual distance learning day for every student, is that we are running our homerooms, and they will be meeting virtually every Wednesday. So we just want to be clear with that. Another change from the middle schools is here at the high school, we do have 12-week trimesters. And a class that you take will start and complete within 12 weeks, and that will be 1 credit during graduation. So it is a little bit different here at the middle schools. Many classes go.
Hi STMA, my name is Ed Cox. I'm one of the assistant principals here as well, and I just wanted to highlight a few things about the daily schedule and the weekly schedule under hybrid learning. So first, let's talk about the weekly schedule under hybrid learning. For most weeks, your child, if they're in hybrid learning, if they're in House A, they will come to school on Monday, Tuesday. They'll have distance learning days Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This may look different from class to class, so please pay attention with your Google Classrooms and listen to your teachers about what is expected of you both in-house and on distance learning days. For students B, they'll have distance learning on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and they'll attend school on Thursday and Friday. Our full distance learners will be having distance learning all days of the week. Also, please pay close attention because some weeks that do not have 5 days have adjusted schedules. So in the information that's been sent out, you'll see on any of those short weeks how the schedule may be adjusted. For example, the first week of school, when we start on Tuesday, Wednesday will be House A learning days, and Thursday and Friday will be House B in school learning days. So please pay close attention to the weekly schedule. Additionally, when we look at the daily schedule, there's adjustments because we have a 9:30 to 3:20 class day. Please look at the periods and notice the changes on those times. Also, we would add that our lunch schedule has been shifted, and so we will have 7 lunch periods, which is different than what this slide shows. So please pay attention to the information that's coming out to your student. We'll have 7 lunch periods. What lunch they attend will be based on their 3rd period class schedule, and also what time they go may adjust throughout the year. So please have them pay close attention to their lunch schedule. For lunches, it'll be a little bit different. We're going to be using the cafeteria, the gym, and the gym mezzanines in order to have greater social distancing for our students. So they'll get more direction on lunch through their 2nd period classes on the first day of school as we go through the handbook. Speaking of the handbook, please read the handbook closely with your student. Every student will get a copy of the handbook. Also, there will be additional items that will be added to the handbook for them this year, specifically for hybrid learning. So please pay close attention to those. Dress for Success at the high school. We want to set students up for academic success, and part of this is them preparing themselves each and every day. So this includes no headgear. Students are expected to wear masks in building, but there'll be no hats or hoods or other types of headgear. Also, use good judgment when selecting school attire. This is spelled out in the student handbook, so take a look at this section. Also, use good judgment if you are participating in a video conference. That we ask that students are also thoughtful about what they wear and the backgrounds that they have for those conferences. Because of social distancing, students will not have access to lockers this year, and so they will be allowed to use their backpacks and bring their jackets with them to class. Teachers will be talking with them about how they expect the backpacks and jackets to be stored in their classrooms. Our goal is to always have safe and orderly classrooms. please talk with your students about this. In addition, our teachers are working to limit the amount of text and materials that students will need to carry from class to class. If you have any concerns about what your student is being expected to carry, please reach out to the teacher or reach out to your assistant principal and we can assist you with that. Thank you.
Hi, STMA families. This is Jamie Weedle here, one of your assistant principals. I'm going to talk a little bit about Freshman Connections. So we have upperclassmen, our junior and seniors, that sign up to be mentors for our freshmen. Some of the duties that they have through that is they will have some academic and social supports for your students. What that means is they're going to go into the homerooms, which are going to look different. I'll explain that in a little bit. But ultimately, they're going to go into homerooms virtually for the start of the school year and get to know your students, get to know those freshmen, those new students, trying to gain those relationships so they have some upperclassmen they can trust and look to during the day. Also, virtually, they can look out to them as well. So the nice part about the homeroom advisors is that they will stay with your child for all 4 years. The teacher that they're assigned to for homeroom is their homeroom advisor, and they'll get them from their freshman year all the way through their senior year. Okay, their freshman year is when they get those upperclassmen mentors, but then they'll move through with that same teacher. So it's that regular connection. It's the upperclassmen that can touch base with your students as well as that teacher. During hybrid, there's a regular live virtual homeroom on Wednesdays. So as Ed spoke to a little bit ago, sometimes the schedule will alter just a little bit due to shortened weeks. So there may be weeks that the homeroom won't meet because that Wednesday is rescheduled. So make sure you're watching that hybrid schedule so that you know that going in.
Hello, STMA families. My name is Keith Conalm. I am the Activities Director here at St. Michael Everville High School. We offer a variety of opportunities for students to explore and or enhance their talents in academics, arts, and athletics. Please have your student get involved in something. It's a great way to make connections to our school and our community. Note, we do have a new registration system this year. You can sign up through ParentView, and there were emails sent out back in August telling you how to sign up for the new system. Our fall offerings, currently we have cross country, girls swim and dive, soccer, and girls tennis all in season. There'll be a fall training season for football and volleyball that begins on September 14th and ends October 3rd. Adaptive soccer is still to be determined. We have potential spring training seasons for baseball, softball, track and field, golf, lacrosse, and boys tennis. Those would begin October 5th and end October 24th. We just received information on those yesterday from the State High School League. I know some programs plan on doing something, while some others do not. Please contact us if you have any more questions or need more information. Lastly, there are a variety of activities that'll be starting up this fall. In theater, we have the 3-act play. We moved the musical from the fall to the spring, as we feel the 3-act play can be done more safely right now. We also have debate that is starting up in September, and there are multiple student groups that are still yet to be determined once we get into the school year. If you have any questions regarding any of our activities, please reach out to either myself or Jane Lynch in our activities department. Thanks, have a great night, and welcome back to the 2020 school year.
Hello, my name is Valerie Williams, and I am one of the counselors at the high school. As you can see, the counselors are split up by last name. So we will have your student for the next 4 years. We do this because we want families to be able to get to know us and your siblings. And so as you can see, the breakdown on the screen is how we are split up by alphabet. I am going to go over a couple more pieces of information, so bear with me as we click through. Here's our picture, so you can recognize a name and a face with your counselor. We just wanted to make that connection since we all can't be here at this point right now. Just a couple of things to note what we are here for your student. Academic support, so any scheduling needs or things about class schedules, we are there for that. And then the personal and emotional support, so mental health needs, we are definitely there to help support any kind of mental health. And then college and career guidance. So thinking after high school, especially we'll get into more of this your junior and senior year, We just want to be there as a total network for you. So any questions, concerns you might have, we want to make sure that we're there for you in any of those categories. Meeting your student advisors. So tonight you are going to be meeting your homeroom advisor, and they are going to be going over that information that you can see there on the screen. So hopefully answering some of the questions that you've been nervous about in your student, and being able to clarify some of those anxieties that you might be having going into your freshman year, especially during these times where things are a little bit crazier. Also outside, out front, there will be administrators available to answer questions. And so outside of door A, if you are driving your student to school, then there will be 2 administrators out there to answer questions. And then on the back side of the building, if your student is riding the bus, outside of door J, there will also be 2 administrators there to answer questions that you might have tonight.